Welcome to the Polishing Profits podcast, where we discuss all things related to the business of detailing. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, this podcast is for you. In each episode, we'll cover topics ranging from business management to marketing solutions. Here to help you grow your detailing business, your hosts, Nick and Dustin.
All right. I bet we were live the whole time.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you're on the road. We're making the best of it.
Absolutely, we are.
The show goes on.
Yeah. Look, I got a famous person behind me in my shot, Jason Rose, just right back in the corner.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know he's exposed to the thousands of viewers that are watching this right now.
Where are you, Dustin? Where are you?
Where am I? Jackson. Glad you asked. I am in Detroit, Chicago. Right?
Not even close to Chicago.
No, Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're at the SEMA Garage in Detroit, and we are here alongside IGL Coatings and Rupes, of course, Detail Bookie representing Strong here.
That's a good three pillars right there. Rupes,
what's that?
Rupes, IGL, and Detail Bookie.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah, and we travel a lot together. We do a lot of this trainings together. We all play off of each other very well, and it's really cool to be up here with these guys. But, man, enough can't be said about the SEMA Garage facility. And listen, I'm going to tell you a text I sent Chelsea yesterday. I'm down in their conference room, and I'm sitting in these chairs that look like they're just pulled out of a Porsche, man. They're just beautiful chairs around this carbon fiber table. Everything's phenomenal. First class, world class. You got to see facility. Yeah. And I'm like, so my dream is like this 100-foot yacht, 140-foot yacht. Like that's my super, super long-term goal, just to be on the boat. And I texted her, I said, scratch the boat.
Yeah.
I want a facility like this.
Yeah.
The offices are just phenomenal, dude. I can't.
You wouldn't mind you going into the cold to be able to be at a place like that.
What's that? No, I would absolutely sacrifice warm air to be at a facility like this, man.
Get you on the spin there.
This is just one freaking room, and it's huge, and there's 6 of these,
So for the people that don't know, right, the SEMA Garage, right, they put on trainings there.
Yeah.
What else is the SEMA Garage used for,
Yeah, I'll try not to butcher this because I'm not 100% sure, but I know for sure what they do is third-party testing for like your big, like Ford, Chevy, GM, whoever, when they need things tested like emissions and like miles per gallon and electric vehicle torque and the things where they need like your headlights and the automated like driving and stuff. Yeah. That's the stuff that they test this stuff here, and you can't imagine the machines and stuff. Really? But if you're a SEMA member, this is also available to you. So funny story, Mike Carlin last year about this time was at IGL's warehouse, their distribution warehouse, which is right like a block from here, right?
Really?
And and he was going to the warehouse to get some product, whatever, just happened to be here getting product. He drives down the road and says SEMA Garage. Yeah. He's like, what the hell is that? So he pulls in
with his IGL truck.
IGL truck, dude, pulls in, walks in, and he's like, I'm gonna talk to these guys. Had no idea what this place was. He starts talking to them. They're like, yeah, if you guys are a SEMA member, you can use the garage anytime you want. He's like, what? He's like, yeah. So he's like, you can do a training here if you'd like. And so that's what kicked it off. And now numerous ceramic coating companies have used this garage for trainings.
Wow.
Dude, the classroom is probably 10,000 square feet. It's tables. It's got 3 big TVs. Everything's set up, man. Full kitchen. I mean, this is world-class like facility.
And the thing is, SEMA is so much more than just car detailing, ceramic coating. It's such a wide variety of anything automotive.
All encompassing.
So you gotta just think that all-purpose garage there just probably houses all different types of really cool events.
Dude, you can't. I can't even describe it to you. Just like
you should try. For the people that aren't there.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just class. I mean, you just look at the floors. Okay, the floors are like this throughout. They're like they clean them every morning. They have the mop, like the mopping machine that comes through.
Yeah.
And like you could eat off of everything in this place. Like,
really?
It is a shop, but it is pristine.
Is this their first? Is this their only one?
This is the only one.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, dude, this is probably. I mean, I'm just gonna throw a number. This is probably a $15 to $20 million facility.
Wow. Yeah.
Everything, all the lifts you see, bin pack lifts. I mean, they probably have $500,000 in lifts. Alone. Yeah. The cars you see behind me are the shop cars that they do testing on. So we polish them out and coating them as a part of the training. So what we're doing here, Rupes actually goes through their paint correction and spot sanding class for a day and a half.
Yeah.
Detail Bookie comes in and talks about business and CRMs and marketing software, not really marketing, but business software.
Yeah.
And then IGL, of course, does their product lineup, and they're here supporting and hosting the event. So really, really cool. If you've never been to a training like this, I highly recommend coming to one of these.
So what's the best way to sort of figure out when you guys are putting on the training? Because again, people are going to want to do that Rupes, that Detail Bookie IGL training, but they're also going to want to do it there at SEMA Garage.
Well, we're already planning another one, and it's going to be a 3-day event with a boat in here, so a marine piece to it, which will be interesting. Probably have it towards the end of the year, maybe in the off season. Okay. But we have so IGL has a whole lineup coming out for the rest of the year. Detail Bookie will be at those 100%. So so that will be there. But SEMA, look for SEMA probably again at the end of the year. Okay.
Very, very cool. So let's talk a little bit about the training class.
Yeah.
What has happened so far there that people unfortunately were not able to be there for?
Oh man! So if you've never been to never been to a Rupes paint correction training, it is second to none. And of course, we got Sarah and Jason Rose here and Robin that are, you can see Robin in the background somewhere right there. Oh look, there's Joel. Hang on, where you at, Joel?
Is Joel back there?
Yeah, you see him waving right here. So
there's
they're
Joel.
here. And listen, man, I can't tell you enough about their presentation. So Jason Rose has developed this training, and it is super technical, super informative. It's a slideshow presentation where he goes into the very specifics of all of the polisher types, like which one does best for what. I mean, it's very technical. Then you spend about 3 or 4 hours in the class, and then you come do hands-on. So you practice the things that you've learned. Then you go back to the classroom and you discuss it. And then you come back to the shop and you do those things. And so it's repetitive like that. So it's really the best of both worlds, when the ones that get super technical and super informative versus the ones just want to grab some tools and use them, so.
What experience level detailer are you sort of saying this class is perfect for? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it someone that has never picked up a polisher?
It could be. They have a beginner level, but this could be tailored to that. Like if I came in and I didn't know anything, this might be a step ahead of where you would want to start.
This would feel a little behind. Like it would be a little tricky to keep up with the class there if you're just starting out.
Probably. I mean, chances are you've at least held a polisher. You've kind of had some thoughts. If you got to that point, then this class would be for you. If you absolutely have never just touched a polisher and all you've been doing is interiors or something like that, they do have a precursor class that comes before that, and it's just the introductory paint, introductory polishing. But again, like I said, I wouldn't turn this one down. If I had the opportunity to come to this, regardless of my skill set or experience level, I would come to this and I would just try to play catch up, because this thing is super, super informative. Yeah.
So when you got me said I couldn't go. Gosh darn it, Dustin.
Oh yeah, man, this is one you don't want to miss. I mean, like I said, Rupes is first class, IGL's first class, Detail Bookie is just hanging in there with these guys. Yeah, we do like the business side of things, and the value that I like to bring to these trainings is the business side. And when I talk, it's not an infomercial of Detail Bookie. You know me, I love our software, but I'm not a shove it down your throat kind of person. I want to talk to you about your business. I want to tell you how CRMs in general can help you, softwares in general can help you. And then if we nail down that Detail Bookie's right for you, let's talk about how that works. But that's kind of what I like to bring to these things, is that Q&A side of things for business and marketing and pricing and things like that.
Well, and when you're in the busy season, I'll be honest with you, there's no way we would have made it through our last week without Detail Bookie. We would have just murdered with just unorganized and just.
it's funny. We were doing our presentation earlier this morning, and a couple of the guys ended up saying the same thing. It's like, we would never survive. We would never be where we are without our software, without detailed booking.
You just would be able to scale to where you want to be. Now,
yep.
The one thing I was going to say, so whenever you're going to a training or you're going to SEMA, you're going to MTE, right? You're going and investing in yourself and your business, right? You're going away from your business, but you always want to leave there with a certain value.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What are some of those value points? You know what? The people didn't pay, they didn't go, but you're like, you know what? The people leaving here are going to go do this and make more money.
The confidence that you gain coming out of a class like this, especially in the paint correction side. So you're really learning the technical side of things and spot sanding and things like that you probably were a little leery of. Rotary polishing, sanding, these things that you we dabble in that, but we don't really feel confident. You leave with that. Then you talk about being validated. Like when I get up and speak about pricing and software, like the things that you now know that you may have known you needed them, but now you know why you needed them. We go deep dive into that stuff. We explain, the necessity of software and automation and things because of the growth of the industry, and to try to keep up and maintain and expand. That's what you got to have. And then of course, on the product side of things with IGL, it's hands-on. So
you get to really try it on a vehicle, see what it's like, whatever you're using back at the shop, and you're trying this out and comparing it in real time there.
No, that's exactly right. And you're going to get to use it, on real world scenarios where it's not like we're just doing a hood. They polished 3 cars. They polished 3 cars yesterday, and they're going to coat 3 cars. They also had about 7 or 8 car hoods that they were spot sanding and stuff like that on.
Okay.
We don't want to test. We don't want to do things like that on these vehicles. We want to do those on test hoods, because if somebody burns through or cuts through, you wouldn't want to mess that up. But so the hands-on experience, and then of course the product knowledge. Mike Carlin brings the heat, man. He's doing his product lineup spill right now, where he literally goes down every product that IGL offers in detail. So you get that one-on-one kind of relationship or conversations with people in the industry that you have probably watched at times or probably wanted to meet. You get that at a training like this.
You have those in-person trainings, you have those questions come up, you have someone to ask right there and then. Versus if you're at the shop, you know what I mean? You're kind of like in your own little bubble, and you don't have those sources from the outside helping you grow.
When you come to a training like this, you realize just how you're not alone. So when you're detailing in your shop, I remember when I was detailing by myself, it's a very lonely feeling that you feel like you're fighting the fight by yourself. Yeah. You feel like, this is a very lonely place. I'm solving these problems. I have nobody to help me. Holy shit, the world's on my shoulders. Yeah. You come to a training like this and you put yourself around 30 other detailers that deal with the same shit you do with every day. And then you have the top, the people in the top of our industry here to give you true guidance and information to your questions on the fly. That's the value that you get at one of these things, and it's second to none.
I can feel the energy. You know what I mean? Last week, I feel like you didn't have your coffee. You're a little tired. You're dragging. This week, you're buzzing. You're buzzing this week.
Yeah, man. It's just exciting. It's, to be at an event like this feeds your energy, and to be around people that are expanding and growing. And that's the thing you mentioned. It's an investment into your company, and it is just that. Coming to a training like this costs money. It costs money to get into, it costs money to travel, and it costs money you're taking away from your business because you're not working that day or 2 days. Yeah. But this is an investment. And I can tell you right now, the energy and the information that you leave with, you will make that money back tenfold within the first few weeks of being back.
Is there anything that Dustin Jackson has taken from the training so far that he wants to directly implement into EZN as soon as he's back there? Is there something you can just grab that you've seen the last day and a half that you're like, you know what, we're not doing that, we got to do that right now?
Probably. So some things
they put you on the spot there.
No. The Dustin Jackson. No, you never put me on the spot. So one thing that I think that we have shied away from, and this is something that Jason Rose harps on every time, is that 99% of paint corrections can be done in one pass. Yeah. With the right pad and the right polish combination, most paint correction could be done in one pass.
Okay.
So remembering that, like when selling passes sets expectations, or not selling expectations. So if you sell a 2 pass, you are required to run 2 passes.
Yeah.
But if you sell an expectation, if I sell you a paint correction with a percentage of correction, then it shouldn't matter to you whether I do 1 or 10 passes to get to that.
Okay.
So selling on expectation rather than number of passes.
Okay.
Now, the thing with that is, and this is where we struggle, is in boats, like when we talk about sanding, it's stages of sanding that have to be done. Like you're not going to put a different pad and polish combo. Yeah, like you have to do that. So that's one of the things that works in the automotive industry, but it doesn't work. It doesn't translate very well into the marine industry. So selling passes of sanding has to happen. But again, paint correction, and listen, I challenge anybody that wants to argue the fact that you have to do 2 or you have to do 3 or you have to get the rotary out. Come to a Rupes paint correction class, and you'll really get to understand the science behind what you're doing. And it's extremely likely if you're doing multiple passes, you're going to pick up this piece of information and go back to your shop and go, holy shit, I'm wasting a lot of time.
Yeah. And the time is
money. Money.
Those cars look pretty good in the back there. So
yeah.
How many detailers are there, right? Was everyone doing like a door? What was that like?
That's a great question. There's 22 detailers here.
From all across the country?
All across the country. Yeah. People, New York, California, Florida.
Who exceeded expectations? You want to give someone a shout out? Be like, you know what? I saw what they were doing.
Man. They were all really good. It's hard to single somebody out in that aspect because they are all really performing well. Everybody's attempt. This class has been different in that they're asking questions and they're heavily engaged. Sometimes when you get in the classroom setting, people kind of clam up, or maybe they're not as attentive as they should be because they just want to grab a polisher and get on some paint. They're detailers, they're DIY guys. They work with their hands. They're not, most detailers don't want to sit in a classroom. But this class has been different. These guys and girls are super attentive, super aware, asking questions, digging deep to the point where our classroom time, I think yesterday, took like an extra 45 minutes because everybody was so engaged. And that's good minutes to take,
You know what's cool is whenever I would do a training, you would always leave mentally exhausted, and it was a good feeling. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You leave there and you're like, holy smokes, you just crammed a year's worth, 6 months worth of training all into a day. You know what I mean? And you leave there, you go and eat dinner and pass out, and you're excited. You wake up that next day to jump back in there. It's a certain edge.
Yeah.
My question for you is, of those 20, you said 22, 28?
Yeah, 22.
22. Would you say most of them have done trainings before versus first time?
These are probably all not first timers. These guys have, most of these. Matter of fact, I've seen a lot of these at other training. A lot of these, trainers, trainees at a lot of other trainings and stuff. And I know a lot of them personally. The experience level is pretty high up there. Okay. They're just kind of continuing education, furthering knowledge kind of thing. This is a different class. These is a bunch of experience in this building. To the point where, I gave them an option this morning. Do we want to take a deep dive in pricing, or would you rather take a deep dive in CRM scheduling software? And most of the time, everybody's pricing. As you deal with, the inexperienced or the newer detailer, the newer generation, most of them just want to talk pricing. They don't even understand. They haven't got to the CRM part yet. They just need pricing. It was overwhelming. Everybody wanted CRM and software conversations, which tells you the experience level. They're all like, we got pricing figured out. We're on to the next problem.
Yeah. Now, when you've got those, and they've been doing these classes, right? They've done it. What makes them keep coming back? Right. Because I think that's something where if you haven't gone to the classes, right, you don't know what you don't know. Now you've got these amazing detailers in-house there, and they're like, this is my 5th time here. I keep coming back. Why?
Yes. It's the camaraderie. I think I said that right. Camaraderie.
No, camaraderie.
How do you say it? Camaraderie?
Is there a P in there?
No, camaraderie. How do you say it?
Camaraderie.
Where people
Camaraderie.
get camaraderie.
No,
I think
no
I'm saying
P.
that right. I don't know. Fuck.
I think you had an extra syllable. You know what? We just make sure that word is not in any of your conferences there. Do not put camaraderie in the Dustin Jackson script.
People coming together, man, they understand when you come to an event like this, the brotherhood and the sisterhood and the bond that you get. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, you don't put this much experience under the same roof when we talk about the trainers that are here that often. So when you go to get to put yourself around those people and be able to ask the questions that you probably wouldn't get answers to otherwise, people just want to be around that. And I myself want to be around that. And as I am considered, one of the trainers here and probably looked to as in that realm, I also feel the same way. Yeah. I also feel like coming to these events puts me in the place where questions I have get answered.
Yeah, with your peers at your level.
And so for me, like, it's as much, I get as much out of these as someone paying to come and someone, paying to participate. And that's really cool for me.
Now, what I think is also pretty cool is now let's talk a little IGL side of it, right? You're almost getting what is it? You're a private trade show. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
You're able to try. Maybe you're not using certain products and you're able to test certain stuff out right there and then. So you've got all this training, which is great, right? Rupes, they're pretty much top in their class for putting on a training session. Now, IGL, on the other hand, they've got these great products. But when you put them together, you know what I mean? Now you're getting, okay, hey, what's new with IGL? You got these experienced guys coming back. What have we not tried? Let's try something different. Let's try a different combination.
Any way you get to try products is you usually have to buy them. Set up an account, order the products, and it costs money. And then you
don't use them right. The dilution.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have. Yeah, you're learning. You're self-learning, self-teaching. Which IGL has a really cool thing. They have a QR code on every box. Scan it. Goes the directions. The SD.
Is there a little video of Mike on all of them?
Yeah, there's a video of Mike taking a bath on all of them. But so you get to try these different products and you get to try them at their expense. And so literally there's there's literally one of every product they have here, and you get to hands-on try them, ask the questions straight to Mike and Joel and myself about, the way that the products are used and, the specifics. So like you said it best when you get your personal trade show, it's like taking MTE and taking what you would spend 10 minutes at a booth and expanding that by 16 hours.
That's pretty cool.
So and again, like you go to the classes at MTE and you may go to Education Day and spend a couple hours in one of my classes or Jason's.
And I love MTE. It's so fast, right? You're in the class. You're
absolutely. You're trying to pack it in.
Q&A, you know what I mean? If it runs long, you're not making it to the next class. You know what I mean? So it's like it's very fast. You're absorbing as much as you can. But here, like you said, you guys it ran long yesterday. You got that personalized training just for your business. You can bring up specifics and have that, toe to toe with Dustin Jackson.
Yeah, Dustin, the Dustin Jackson, Mike, Joel, Sarah.
What kind of mood is Joel in?
I wish is he behind me? He is chill, man. This is the chillest I've ever seen Joel. Apparently there's some big news floating around.
I don't know. I saw they hired some professional video editor, like it's a movie trailer, right?
Oh man, they really did it up. I'm trying to get it out of somebody around here. What's going on? But this pretty tight-lipped situation going on with IGL, and you know what, man, it's really cool. But he's in a different world right now. Yeah. He's chill and enjoying the experience, and Joel's Joel. He's rough around the edges. He's going to tell you exactly how.
I'd love to see him in the training, just going around. Like some guys probably trying to polish and learn, and Joel's talking about
pull you over here, dude. Let me tell you. No, that's how he is. I mean, we just went over to the IGL warehouse and grabbed a few products. And let me tell you something. The amount of products that they keep in stock is incredible.
We move a lot of product.
They have a full warehouse. Yeah, they have a full warehouse. So like running out of product is not a thing, man. You wouldn't believe how many pallets and like literally to the ceiling of this warehouse, hundreds of feet, rows of product. And I was like, holy shit, this is a lot of stuff.
You ever see those videos where the forklift accidentally crashes and then like it all?
That's what the warehouse looks like.
Yeah.
If you ever,
do they have a good forklift driver?
Oh, they better. That was like some expensive stuff on those shelves.
Yeah. I don't know. My last sort of thought here is let's talk just to the new people that haven't gone to a training. You know what I mean? And really being like, look, you haven't done it. You're watching us right now. You're listening to us right now. And what is that thing to help them get across that finish line? To be like, look, right now, and timing, I'm questioning the timing. You guys are doing it right now in the busiest season across the nation for all detailers, right?
Pay for it now, participate later.
Yeah.
Schedule the training now for November and pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay. For the detailer that's struggling, in the off season, like that's a hard time to pay for a training.
Yeah.
Pay for it when you have the money. Schedule it when you're slow. So you're not taking work off of your table and you're not taking money off of your table or your plate when you need it the most. But schedule and pay for it now to do in October, November, December, January, whenever your slow season is. That's my suggestion. But my promise to you is that if you come to something like this, it will absolutely pay for itself almost immediately. Like you will leave here. Something we didn't mention is, you have the meet and greet on the day before. Okay, so everybody shows up here. So in this case, it was Wednesday evening. I go to another one. We're going to Ryan Griggs's shop tonight to do our meet and greet for it at 5:00 because we have another meeting Saturday, Sunday. An Aegis training.
Is that the Aegis? Yeah, that's the Aegis.
Yeah, that's the Aegis. That's the industrial coating that IGL has. It's phenomenal. I've been to a million of those. We just had one at my shop a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But the meet and greet on the night before is huge because you get to just kind of social hour whatsoever. But then after training, we always like to go find a spot and maybe have a beer and a burger. And it's this casual hangout where you get to like sit next to, and I hate to say me because like to me, that don't seem real cool.
I sit next to you on Friday. It's not that cool.
Sit next to Joel and Mike and, and Jason, like these guys that I've always looked up to and that I've always, kind of aspired to be like. You get to go have a beer with one of those. I mean, Jason came up to me. I was eating my dinner last night, and I was having a beer.
What were you eating?
Okay. So I was decent. I had a wrap.
Look how his face changed. He wanted me to ask. What did you eat?
Because I was excited because I ate pizza for lunch yesterday, and I felt really guilty about it, dude. I've gained some weight, man. I've lost my Iron Man body. So I'm sitting there.
This is why you want to do a podcast. Yeah, we're live now, but most people just listen.
Yeah, I'm sitting there eating my wrap, and there's some fries on the plate, and Jason comes around. He said, "Have I told you how much I love you lately, Dustin?" And he's hugging me and whatever. And he reaches right over there and grabs a fry. He said, "I'm just kidding. I'm just hungry." But that's the casualness, right? Like that's he's a very good friend of mine, but I have always looked up to him, and he's done trainings at my shop every year for the last umpteen years.
Really?
Oh man. And so we do have that personal relationship, but again, just like everybody else, I've always held him on a pedestal, and his approach and in our industry and the information and the science behind what he preaches is everything. But so if you come to a training like this, you get to sit right across the table from him and have a beer or water, whatever your thing is, and just have like this social interaction where you don't get if you're watching a video of him or you're, or at MTE when you're just, or SEMA where you're spending 10 minutes saying hey and buying a little bit of product. Yeah. Like this is a full on time spend, and it's really cool. It's really cool.
What are those details on the November one? I think that's a good way to end it so everyone can sort of know about it.
I don't have the details on it. And I probably spoke out of turn on that.
No, there isn't.
I don't know. What do I look like? Freaking IGL or something?
Oh my God.
Detail book, you don't set these dates.
You
just show up.
You guys set them. Where would they find out when there is eventually a finalized date and time?
Yeah. So I know for a fact, because I'm good friends with Mike Carlin, that they are working on their calendar for the rest of the year.
Okay.
That will be posted to iglcoatingsusa.com.
Okay.
They will have the locations, the type of training, everything. Oh, by the way, just so you know, all of their training, I'm pretty sure all of their trainings are $600.
Okay.
That also includes like $300 worth of product. So like
food and lunch.
Lunch every day.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, it is.
Hungry.
Dude, we stay hungry. We just had Chick-fil-A. We had Chick-fil-A for lunch today. Domino's pizza. I don't know why I'm getting fat.
Some fried chicken, some pizza.
Yeah, go to IGL Coatings USA though. They're gonna have the page updated with the schedule for the rest of the year. Hopefully, at some point you can register for these classes there. Right now, it all happens through Mike Carlin. But if you're interested in, shoot me a text or a message. I'll get you in touch with him.
You know what? And I think we could even keep it on Polishing Profits. Follow us on Facebook. We'll just share the post. We'll keep it live.
Absolutely, we will.
We're doing these videos from there. And again, you look at the right below. You know what I mean? Like, look at that facility. Look at those cars.
Dude, it doesn't even do it justice.
There's nobody there because they're all eating lunch right now, right?
They're all upstairs eating lunch. I was hoping we could kind of drag it off a little bit and so everybody.
Them like working.
Let me just text and see how much longer they'll be in. Hang on one second, because if we can mess around for a minute and y'all see everybody come down and start to lay the coating and stuff, it'd be cool.
You can double check, see if Chris has got any comments to toss in there.
Yeah, do that. How long?
They keep coming back because detailing is now considered a professional service. Now, in order to keep the standards, they got to keep learning.
Yeah, absolutely. You just keep once you come to one, you realize just how, I hate to say how little you knew, but how little you knew, like how validating something like this is. Like, the reason I do things is because it works and that's what I've tried. But like, when you understand the science behind it and you understand the new technologies and you're like, oh shit, that, first of all, that's why I do what I do. Or second of all, that's why I shouldn't do what I've been doing.
And those are anyone that's a leader in the industry, right? They want to keep getting better. They want to keep, if something new comes out, it gives them an advantage. It's a lot easier to go to these trainings, see what's new before other people, implement them into your process, into your pricing, into your plan, and then go and execute before people see them in November at SEMA, right?
That's right. Yeah. What other comments we got in there, Chris? Single stage is the only way, right?
Now we'll do a couple passes over at the shop. Are you strictly single stage over there?
Not all the time. No. But I mean,
I like the progression of where it's going, right? Really, absolutely. Think of where it's gone in the last few years. We've tested out the Uno products. We've tested out phenomenal stuff that they've got there.
Yep. Uno. And I tell you what's really surprising to me is the IGL compound lineup, F1, F2, F3 is massive. We just brought that line into our shop and I am extremely impressed with it. I know I'm probably got Jason at least listening to me in the corner. What the hell, dude?
He's just gonna yeah.
But if you haven't tried that, and if you don't have an IGL account, reach out to Mike Carlin and get one set up and try that compound, man. I'm telling you, that stuff's some good stuff.
Yeah, very cool. Cool.
What other comments we got? Tyler Gillespie, happy Friday, fellas. What's up, man? Let's attack the day. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's the energy I'm looking for.
Yeah, Dustin got that energy today. You attacked the day today.
2 Celsiuses. That's where I'm at. 2.
No.
Normally I'm 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon.
That's a lot of Celsius.
Well, me and Mike, whenever we're training, or when we're at training, we always run in the morning.
Okay.
And so day 1, I got in, my flight landed at like 12 in the morning and he picked me up. So we didn't get to bed till like 1 and we were back up at 5 running. Yeah. And so the day, a funny story. All right. So we're in class, right? We're in class yesterday. And Jason's up giving his spill. I've heard it at least 10,000 times, right? Yeah. And yes, they're always different, but still.
But there's some similarities. I've heard that, Dustin.
And I'm behind this laptop, right? And I'm actually working. And I literally fall asleep while working. My hand's still moving. And I guess I like snored a little bit. And Mike said, "Are you growling at me?"
No. Oh my God.
Chelsea's number one job is to nudge me if I fall asleep.
Yeah.
And she totally let me down. She said,
So hopefully
it
no one
happened
else is
so
listening.
fast.
You will not fall asleep at these trainings unless you're Dustin.
Listen, I for those of you that don't know me, I have very long days, okay? And like when I if I stop for a second, my life is put together by caffeine and sugar, okay? Like it's held together. That's the
and
glue.
A Google Calendar.
And a Google Calendar. That is the fabric of my life, okay?
Yeah.
And Chelsea, and to nudge me when I fall asleep. Dude, if I stop for a minute. It was so funny though, because Sarah and Mike and them were turned around and looking at me going like, and I was like,
oh my God.
But no, you won't fall asleep. Only I.
I thought it was just because the boat show is sponsored by Celsius there. I thought you were just having such a supply issue where you just had to drink them. You didn't want them to go bad.
No, dude, I'm a true addict. No, Landon was saying, hey, we are hosting an Aegis training in this coming May from 17 to 19 Roads, Washington. You should see you there. You will absolutely see me there, Landon. And that's awesome. So
is that 100%?
There we are. Yeah. I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there for sure. May 17th through 19th. That is in Roberts,
Wisconsin.
Thank you.
Wisconsin. Yep. Where is Roberts, Wisconsin, Dustin?
Oh, it's got to be close to you. It's got to be an hour or so from you.
You see, if it's put it, if it's within 2 hours from me, I'll be there. You know.
All right, perfect.
But it could be all the way up. You know, it could be pretty far.
Yeah,
Wisconsin's a big state.
You know, the Aegis trainings are really cool. This is something that's totally different. This is not an industrial ceramic. This is an industrial clear coat system, 2K paint system, and it's thick and it's pliable and it's really opening the doors for detailers and other people to a new industry. And so when you think about the industrial side of things, I mean, like you're talking trains and bridges and buildings and planes and automobiles and
a little rhyme. There you go.
I know I haven't done one of my little Dustinisms.
No, you had camaraderie today. You're fine. You got it covered.
I still can't say it. Camaraderie.
No, it's not camaraderie.
Camaraderie. That's what I'm building. Camaraderie.
You might not be able to say it, but you're building it.
Whoa, my lights went out. What happened here? Somebody didn't pay the rent. Pay the power bill.
SEMA.
Yeah, you had a $20 million facility and $1,000 power net.
That's good stuff.
I was hoping to stick around and
I know
and
they're eating. Leave them alone. You know, it's okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, well, listen, if you do have an opportunity to come to one of these trainings, my suggestion is go ahead and do that. Make sure that you're not doing it in a time where you're putting off work or something like that. Schedule it, right? Schedule it. Make sure you mark off your calendar or do it in the off season where it doesn't affect you greatly, but absolutely make it a part of your yearly to-dos. This is stuff that you could go. I know, Nick, you've gone to all kind of trainings, PPF and ceramic. And
we're trying to jump into the tint. We're trying to squeeze a tint one in this summer. And we really want to get a little tint going. Yeah,
when you do that, let me know. This is something we want to add to our shop. I met with a tinner I think it was Friday of last week.
Yeah.
And he's going to start doing it on the weekends and in the evenings for us. But this is something I want to bring in to our shop as an added service. I think it's just one of those things that'll help us out.
You didn't listen to what your customers are asking for.
Dude, we get asked every day.
No, we don't offer that. Right. And if it's tint, if it's boats, if it's RVs, then ask yourself, what is the easiest way to have that service provided for your customer and have a roadmap? Have a roadmap to get there.
Yeah, things that you got to do to get there: the marketing, the pricing, the education side of things, the tools, the space, the supply. Making sure you iron those things out. Don't just start on a whim. The way you don't start is by the Facebook post saying I do this thing. That should be the last piece of the puzzle.
Before you order the film, before you order the tint. Oh,
I've done shit like that. I've done that.
Pay the deposit and hopefully it gets here on time.
Dude, I've done such stupid stuff like that. Like have no clue how to do something, but you know what? We do that, sure.
Yeah, we'll take care of it for you.
Dude, those jobs always lose money. Like that. Those are the always. You're like, I will never.
They always turn into a headache, and probably not even for what you're doing. just for some reason,
No.
that was a little bit of bad karma there.
There's something there that causes problems. But I think that's how most detailers operate. Like, I think it's like we're all DIY. We're all just like take on a task and, show,
And you know what? It's also just trying to help this customer, right? You're trying you're just, hey, they come in with a spilled milk situation and you're booked out for that day. You're going to say, hey, just bring that by. Let me help you out.
I'll knock it out. Yeah.
We'll figure out a way to get it done for you.
Let's see. Hang on. They may be really close. That's funny.
I'm just worried if we go silent, you're going to start nodding off over there.
Oh, that will happen. That will happen.
You know what would be cool, Dustin? What if you jump on a quick, just 5-minute live when they're all and you just walk around with your phone?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do that for the viewers. You know what I mean? And then they'll stay on the page there.
Yeah.
If I can jump on, I'll jump on. But I think just jump on 5 minutes, walking around, doing a Joel.
I don't think I'm ready to do a Joel anything.
You want to wait or you want to call it? It's up to you.
No, we'll call it. If I get a chance to jump back on, I sure will.
Okay.
But if not, just know that usually there's a lot of detailers running around here polishing paint and ceramic coating paint.
You're not the only one there?
No, I'm not the only one. All right, guys. All right, man. Cool. Enjoyed the show. Thanks as always, Nick. If we get a chance to jump back on, we will.
Awesome. We'll see you guys next Friday.
See ya.